Welcome back to Unsolved TV, the channel where we explore the world's greatest mysteries, forgotten legends, ancient civilizations, and the incredible stories that shaped our world. If you enjoy uncovering the truth behind mythology, history, and legend, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Unsolved TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss an investigation. Tonight, we travel back thousands of years to the world of ancient Greece. A world filled with gods, monsters, heroes, and epic adventures. Among all the legends of Greek mythology, no hero became more famous than Hercules. Known to the ancient Greeks as Hercules, he was said to possess unmatched strength, incredible courage, and a destiny unlike any other. His stories have survived for more than 2,000 years. But who was Hercules? Was he inspired by a real person? And why has his legend endured longer than almost any other hero in history? Tonight, we explore the legendary life of Hercules, the greatest hero of Greek mythology. According to the myths, Hercules was born under extraordinary circumstances. His father was Zeus, the king of the gods. His mother was a mortal woman named Alcmene. This made Hercules a demigod, part divine, part human, and destined for greatness. But from the moment he was born, powerful forces worked against him. Zeus's wife, Hera, was furious that her husband had fathered a child with a mortal woman. Consumed by jealousy, she became Hercules' greatest enemy. The myths tell us that even as a baby, Hercules displayed incredible strength. One famous story claims that Hera sent two serpents into his crib while he slept. The snakes slithered toward the infant, intending to kill him. But when they reached him, the child grabbed them with his bare hands and strangled them to death. The legend of Hercules had begun. As he grew older, Hercules became renowned throughout Greece for his strength and bravery. He trained as a warrior, learned the arts of combat, and became respected across the land. Yet despite his gifts, tragedy would soon strike. According to the myth, Hera's hatred never faded. She eventually drove Hercules into a temporary state of madness. During this period, he unknowingly committed a terrible act. When he recovered his senses and realized what had happened, he was overcome with grief and guilt. Desperate for redemption, he sought guidance from the Oracle of Delphi. The oracle instructed Hercules to serve King Eurystheus and complete a series of seemingly impossible tasks. These challenges would become known as the 12 labors of Hercules, the adventures that transformed him into a legend. The first labor involved the fearsome Nemean Lion. This beast terrorized the countryside and possessed a hide that no weapon could penetrate. Swords shattered against its skin. Spears bounced harmlessly away. Realizing weapons were useless, Hercules confronted the monster with his bare hands. After a brutal struggle, he strangled the lion and emerged victorious. He then used the creature's own claws to skin it and wore the impenetrable hide as armor. His second labor led him to the Lernaean Hydra, a monstrous serpent with multiple heads. Each time one head was cut off, two more grew in its place. The creature seemed impossible to defeat. Yet Hercules devised a solution. With the help of his nephew Iolaus, he burned each neck after severing a head, preventing new ones from growing. Eventually, the Hydra was defeated. The third labor required Hercules to capture the sacred Ceryneian hind, a magnificent deer said to belong to the goddess Artemis. Unlike previous tasks, this labor demanded patience rather than strength. Hercules reportedly pursued the animal for an entire year before capturing it unharmed. The fourth labor involved the fearsome Erymanthian boar, a gigantic beast that terrorized local villages. After a lengthy hunt through the mountains, Hercules captured the boar alive and carried it back to King Eurystheus. By now, stories of his exploits were spreading throughout Greece. But the challenges only grew more difficult. One labor required him to clean the filthy stables of King Augeas. Thousands of cattle had filled the stables with years of waste. The task seemed impossible. Yet Hercules used his intelligence rather than brute force. He diverted 2 rivers through the stables, washing everything clean in a single day. The remaining labors took him across the known world. He defeated terrifying creatures, captured dangerous beasts, and accomplished feats no ordinary human could achieve. Perhaps one of the most famous adventures involved the Stymphalian birds, monstrous creatures with metallic feathers sharp enough to pierce armor. The birds terrorized nearby populations and were nearly impossible to approach. Using a magical rattle gifted by the goddess Athena, Hercules frightened the flock into the air before shooting many of them down. Another labor sent him to capture the Cretan bull. The same beast later connected to the legend of the Minotaur. Still another required him to steal the horses of Diamedes, animals so savage they were said to feed on human flesh. As his adventures continued, Hercules became more than a warrior. He became a symbol, a representation of courage, perseverance, and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Yet perhaps his greatest challenge came during his final labor. King Eurystheus ordered Hercules to retrieve Cerberus, the monstrous three-headed guardian dog of the underworld. No mortal had ever entered the realm of the dead and returned. But Hercules was no ordinary mortal. According to the myth, he descended into the underworld itself. There he confronted Hades, god of the dead. After receiving permission, Hercules wrestled Cerberus into submission using only his strength. He then brought the creature back to the surface before safely returning it to the underworld. With this final labor complete, Hercules had accomplished the impossible. His redemption was complete, his legend secured. Yet the story did not end there. Following the 12 labors, Hercules continued to embark on countless adventures. He fought giants, assisted other heroes, participated in legendary quests, and became one of the most celebrated figures in Greek mythology. Eventually, however, tragedy struck once again. Ancient myths tell of a chain of events that ultimately led to Hercules' death. But unlike ordinary mortals, death was not the end of his story. According to the legends, Zeus brought Hercules to Mount Olympus, the home of the gods. There, Hercules achieved immortality, joining the divine beings who had shaped his destiny from the beginning. And so the greatest hero in Greek mythology became a god himself. But was Hercules real? Historians continue to debate this question. There is no definitive evidence that Hercules existed exactly as described in the myths. Many scholars believe he was a legendary figure inspired by stories of real warriors whose deeds grew larger with each retelling. Others suggest that multiple historical figures may have contributed to the legend over time. Whatever the truth may be, the impact of Hercules is undeniable. His story has survived for thousands of years, appearing in ancient art, literature, films, television, and popular culture around the world. Few heroes have left such a lasting legacy. And perhaps the reason is simple. At its heart, the story of Hercules is not merely about strength. It is about overcoming impossible challenges, facing failure, seeking redemption, and finding the courage to continue when the odds seem overwhelming. These themes remain as powerful today as they were in ancient Greece. The legend of Hercules reminds us that true heroism is not measured by power alone, but by perseverance in the face of adversity. And that may be why his story continues to inspire people thousands of years after it was first told. What do you think? Was Hercules inspired by a real historical figure? Or is he purely a creation of mythology? And which of the 12 labors do you find the most fascinating? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this investigation, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Unsolved TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss a mystery. Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, some mysteries remain unsolved.